All right, Latitude Nation, we are live. Today is Saturday, November 9th. We are jumping aboard Profligate with Chuck Skewes from Ullman Sales and the rest of the crew. They left Turtle Bay this morning at 9 a.m. and they're doesn't look like doing a lot of sailing. We've got some flat calm seas. Thanks for joining us, Chuck. Tell us what it's been like since we saw you yesterday.
Oh, it was great. We had a amazing beach party last night down on that little beach just south of the town. I think everybody was there. I don't think there was anybody that wasn't there. Great food, music. The locals had bars set up, and we had the annual tug of war competition for the 17th straight year. The women won the tug of war competition, and yeah, no, it was a great time. No injuries that I know of, and it all went really well.
Awesome. It looked fun. I got some videos, received a couple videos last night. Looked like a good time. I'll be sharing those to our Instagram and Facebook stories today as well. So you guys can see what it was like. So you guys, what you said yesterday is you wait for everyone to leave and kind of follow the boats out.
Correct.
But you said a couple stayed behind. Tell us about that.
So one thing that you see that happens on the Ha-Ha is when people realize something's too much for them, we all figure out ways to deal with it. So that boat that drifted, the guy was fatigued. Another boat had extra crew, so they've sent two crew over to sail with that guy and help him work through the problems on the boat and just make life a little easier on him. So they're at least going to go through Bahia Santa Maria with them.
Okay,
And
great.
they stayed back to work on a couple electrical issues, and one of them being the head.
Okay.
Which is kind of critical, especially now that there's four of them on the boat.
Yeah. Very critical.
Yeah.
Yeah. And any other boats stay behind?
Yeah, I think one other boat stayed. Yeah, one other boat turned around shortly after the start to go back and work on some other issue. There is like machine shops and kind of auto parts stuff in Turtle Bay. There's not a lot. There's no banks. It's pretty small fishing village, but they do have resources because since it's a fishing village, they can fix things on boats, and that type of thing's kind of helpful.
Yeah, definitely.
One of the boats left this morning and realized they had some issue in their water tanks drain. So they were heading down to Bahia Santa Maria, and they left early so that they could be there in plenty of time for the immigrations process that we have going. So now we're on our way to chase them down and drop off water with them. And they're right now about half a mile ahead of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So we're not sailing. Oh, good turn. Turn my volume off here.
this is the Pacific Ocean right now, and it's about as Pacific as an ocean can be. It's pretty darn glassy this morning. So we do a thing called a rolling start, where we don't want people to just sit out here and drift like you would if you were a racer. So we have everybody motor towards the destination, and then we make an announcement on the radio when the actual sailing part of the event starts.
Okay.
That way, if the wind doesn't pick up, you still get there, or you at least close distance to the destination before we start sailing.
Yeah, totally. So, where are you guys at in the fleet right now? I haven't looked at the tracker today.
We obviously we waited behind everybody and left, and now we're almost caught up to all of the people who left early because we're motoring a little faster just to catch up and give these guys water. And we thought maybe a different speed would give us better luck fishing, being that it appears we're the only ones not catching fish. We've only caught bonito. We haven't caught anything else.
Well, maybe today's the day.
We've been going through fish boils. We've had dolphins. We've had whales. We've had everything this morning except for a tuna.
Well, maybe it's your luck is about to change.
Yeah, I hope so. And right here, right where we're passing, here, is San Ignacio Lagoon, which is where the Pacific gray whales go in to give birth and mate. And so there's just a tremendous amount of gray whales that come down here and they come down here about this time of year. They just start showing up, and then they hang out till about April and head back north.
Okay. So you said you'd seen whales this morning.
Yeah,
Was
we
it gray
saw a
whales?
number. Yeah, gray whales. Yeah, right next to us actually.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I
I
wish
was
we
hoping
would have
that during
caught
our
that.
during our live that it would show up. I keep looking around. That's why the background's spinning on you.
I think somehow I lost my camera. Well. So how is the crew this morning?
Everybody's great. Everybody's in a good mood. We had a lot of good laughs last night. Had a guest over for dinner, um, and somebody gave us tuna. They felt sorry for our fishing abilities and gave us tuna. So now we're having a pokey today.
Oh, that
And
sounds yummy.
yeah, but everything's going really smooth as far as most people on the rally getting along really well and having a great time. There's a few first timers that were just could not believe how nice the beach party was yesterday and how beautiful it was. And I can't imagine what their reaction is going to be at our next stop, because the next stop is the total place that's like surreal.
Oh, that's exciting. So how long do you think it's going to take you guys to get down there? Obviously, it depends on the wind and
Yeah, usually it takes us about 40 hours, somewhere in that neighborhood. Not quite 2 days. And so, being that we're motoring pretty fast here in this smooth water, catching up to this guy to give him water, that'll take a huge chunk out of it. And hopefully, we get that thermal sea breeze starting here pretty soon, and then we'll sail into the night.
well, that sounds good. So do you guys do the roll call during the start, or did you do it before you
Yeah,
left the bay this morning?
just before we leave the bay, we start the roll call an hour beforehand, and not one boat came on with problems that wouldn't allow them to go to the next destination, which is almost a first. Usually, there's somebody that's going to stay behind. It ends up two boats end up going back and staying behind, but very few mechanical problems out of a fleet of this size. And so we did the roll call at 8 a.m. and then did the start at 9, which was a rolling start because there wasn't quite enough wind to sail. Some boats sailed anyway because why not? Take a relaxing trip out here. But then the wind died completely, and here we are.
Great. Great. So you're back to your watch schedule for
Yes, we are.
Profligate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's still getting along well. No one's jumped ship.
No one has even attempted to jump ship. It's pretty nice. Yeah, we everything's gone amazingly smooth. It's been a really enjoyable trip.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice boat. It seems
Yeah,
very comfortable and well equipped.
yeah. And if you're not getting along, we have separation quarters. you
Oh,
can go
that's
off
nice.
onto your little private corner of the boat and be left
Yeah.
alone.
I anecdotally, I had a friend do the Ha-Ha a few years ago, and she jumped in Turtle Bay, and then she jumped in Bahia Santa Maria, and then she took another boat from Cabo to La Paz. So she ended up on 4 boats,
Oh wow.
which was she had a really interesting experience. So it was pretty cool.
I met one of my best friends on a Ha-Ha. I think it was around 2015. Him and this gal jumped ship in Turtle Bay. They were going to take a bus home. We said, "Hey, why don't you come on with us?" And we were already semi-crowded, limited on food, but they hopped on, and we've been great friends ever since. So it's amazing. I'd never met him before we got to Turtle Bay.
Oh, that's amazing. I mean, I think that is really one of the benefits of doing the Ha-Ha, right? Is that you
Oh,
do meet people
absolutely.
and make lifelong friends, whether that's for sailing or for other things. And certainly when people are starting their cruising um, life.
Yeah, and to just experience how beautiful Baja is with other people is absolutely amazing.
How many families with young kids do you guys have? How many boats this year?
Yeah, I don't have the exact number, and I'll try to get that for you for
Yeah.
tomorrow. But I think it's about 12 boats. There
Okay.
is so many kids this year, and
Yeah.
one of the boats has 4 kids
Yeah.
on board, and a couple with 2. And they have their own little radio net. They call each other on the radio, and they switch channels and all talk about stuff. And at the beach party, they organized a toy swap between some boats. So kids had new toys. They were somebody else's old toys, and they gave up their old toys, and all the kids were excited this morning about using their new toys.
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely I know that's one of the really cool things about the Ha-Ha. It's the kids that do it and the families that start their, cruising adventures, and sort of create those connections with other families and kids. But I noticed personally, just at the events that we hold, the crew party and the kickoff party, that there was significantly more, seems like more families this year.
Yes, absolutely. And I have a feeling Starlink has something to do with that. It's way easier to educate your children now.
Totally.
They can actually attend Zoom classes of all things.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is interesting. Kids going to school and sailing in Mexico. I have a pretty good life, I think.
Yeah, I think these kids all have a good life, but they're all really well behaved. They all seem to be like realizing that they have a good thing going. It's really amazing how great the kids are and how much fun they're having.
Yeah. I mean, I think that there are few lifestyles that compare to cruising as far as kids and the way they grow up and the relationship to nature and the world around them. It's really unique.
Yeah.
Certainly the community aspect as well.
Like, I still feel like I'm 12 years old doing this. So,
I mean, that's the secret to staying young is never growing up, right?
that's right.
And sailing on the Ha-Ha, apparently.
Yeah, I sail it on the Ha-Ha. I look forward to it every year, and it never disappoints. I mean, this is even though we're motoring today. I mean, the scenery. I don't know if the camera will pick it up because it's far enough away. Is just beautiful, beautiful Baja Peninsula, and the temperature is mid 70s, I'm guessing, and just I mean, we're not catching fish, but with whales and dolphins around, it just really doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, it looks like a beautiful day. You guys hopefully you'll get a little wind so you can get a nice sail.
Yes.
What does the wind forecast look like?
It was supposed to blow 12 to 15 later this afternoon, later this evening, and so that'd be ideal. Nothing too hard, but just enough to keep you going whole speed.
Yeah, definitely. So I've got a burning question, and this might be one that you have to circle back on. Obviously, the last few years, there's been a lot of talk of the Ha-Ha not continuing. I know some of that has to do with immigration, but a number of people in the comments have stated that they've always wanted to do it and they hope it continues. Do you think we're going to get to 31?
I think the odds are very high of being 31. Whether it's Richard or not, we'll talk about it, but he has not said he's not doing it, and he kind of talks about if we do it again next year, this is what's going to happen, and yeah, I think that there's a chance. I think there's a. I'll give it a strong 50-50 right now.
Okay. Strong 50-50. I feel like it's stronger than 50-50, but we'll see.
It probably is, but I don't want Richard. We got to go through immigrations tomorrow night, and that's often a make or break. Last year, it was the easiest immigrations the Ha-Ha has ever had.
Yeah.
So what we thought was going to be a complete cluster turned out to just be super easy. Went super smooth. We actually enjoyed doing it here on Profligate. The crew lined up in the back, took the passports, got them through immigrations, handed them right back, and it was just seamless. And if that can happen, it's almost another surreal situation because for the viewers that don't know, Bahia Santa Maria, when you're in Bahia Santa Maria, there is no civilization even that close. You can't see civilization. You don't see any sign of man anywhere. It's just amazingly beautiful bay. And this boat comes in from San Carlos, which is in Mag Bay. So they travel up the coast just a little way out of this bay, and they bring an immigrations officer over, and he sits in the back of our boat and processes all the stuff. And then he has to spend the night because it gets late. He spends the night in this little cement block hut up on the bluff. And then that next night, we have a band drives out from La Paz. They have to drive on low tide beach, and it takes them like 16 to 18 hours to get to this location. They bring a portable generator. They play rock and roll music. So we're in this bay, just stunningly beautiful bay with beautiful sand beaches and a big deserty rock bluff on one side, mangroves on the other, and then you're dancing to rock and roll music. And the fishermen cook up a fish meal that you can, they do it for a little bit of money. and they serve beer, and it's surreal. It's amazing situation. Yeah.
Sounds very incredible. To have that experience in the middle of nowhere with a bunch of your new best friends.
Yes, exactly.
Sounds fun.
I mean, there isn't many places on the earth you can go where you can't see civilization, and it's one of them. So.
That's pretty awesome. It's great that is, I mean, the immigration stop. It's great that it's still a stop on the Ha-Ha.
Yeah.
What time will you guys start immigration tomorrow?
I think 5 p.m. tomorrow night. I
Okay.
think is what our goal is.
That's great. It seems like that was a really great pivot to a problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm right. I think it's tomorrow night. I don't know. I have to see that or the next night. I have to look at the schedule actually. But yeah. So it's a good one. I know that you have to average about 4 knots from Turtle Bay to get to Bahia Santa Maria in time for our immigrations. That's why a lot of people are left early this morning.
Awesome. And what happens if people don't make it in time?
So there's a secondary plan but they have to go into Mag Bay, which is about a 6-hour trip from Bahia Santa Maria into Mag Bay, and that's where the office is that the guy comes from.
Okay.
And so they'll go in there and get it all taken care of.
Okay.
And yeah, because they're already all registered to there, and it'll be fairly simple. It'll just be one more stop for them, so they'll have to leave Bahia Santa Maria early.
Oh, awesome. Awesome. I mean, not awesome because it sounds like a place that you really don't want to leave early.
No, yeah. Matter of fact, there have been years when I was on other boats of the Ha-Ha. I'm like, maybe we'll skip Turtle Bay and just meet up with the fleet in Bahia Santa Maria.
Just go spend a little extra time there.
Exactly.
But then you'd miss the beach party and the
Oh, I
baseball game.
know, I know. So you have to be there for that. It's just got incredible beach combing. It's got it's the water actually gets warm there, so you can swim, and there's surf there. It's good hiking. It's
That's
a good
great.
spot.
So how long total? You got about 40 hours ish to get down there. And then
Yes.
how long will you be in Bahia Santa Maria before you head south to Cabo?
Will I do what?
How long will you be in Bahia Santa Maria before you head
We're in
south?
there about 2 3/4 days basically.
Okay, great.
And then the last when we leave Bahia Santa Maria, we leave at basically daybreak, like 7 a.m. our time, which is 6 a.m. your time.
Okay.
That way it gets everybody into Cabo in time for our little Squid Row bash, where we take people twice the age or 3 times the age of most of the people in Squid Row, but we go early.
So you do Squid Row as the blue hair special.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like it's just it's really fun. There's been this one DJ guy that retired like 4 years ago, but he comes and DJs the party just to um because he loves the Baja Ha-Ha crowd.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Well, why don't I'd love to just see your surroundings one more time, and then
Okay.
you got anything else to share with our audience today?
Well, this is the boat we're dropping water off on right here. So we're gonna trail a line behind with a water bottle. They'll scoop it out of there and they'll have their water. That's the thing. So here's our front net where people spend most of the day reading and sunbathing. This is the chef, the secondary chef, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Another chef.
Okay, I see the boat. Yeah.
And we have Jim here coming up with the water that we're going to drop off to this boat. Looks like you guys will be live while we do this.
Okay. Fun.
Live when he jumps off the dagger. Yeah, when he dives off the dagger board with a bottle of water. Yeah, good. Yeah, so Richard just announced to the fleet that we're live streaming the water drop off.
We are.
We are. So this is Ebenezer 3. We don't know what happened with their water. I don't know whether it was just an oversight or if they actually had a leak in their tanks.
Okay.
But the next stop, there's no supplies. Like I said, it's about as desolate as you can get. So they're all of a sudden concerned, and so we said we'd bring them water.
Well, that's nice. One of the many benefits of traveling with a fleet of boats.
100%. I mean, all these things can happen to you when you travel by yourself, but being with a fleet of boats, it's awesome.
All right, we're getting an inside look at a water drop off. We have a boat in the fleet that lost their water somehow, not really clear.
Can you guys say hello to Latitude 38? We're live with Latitude 38. They just stopped off at the Pacific Ocean water drop-off spot.
The Pacific Ocean water drop off. This is the water drop off spot, in case you guys didn't know. Oh, this is hilarious.
I haven't seen a shark in.
I don't exactly know what the plan is. I was gonna oversee it, but the time just came. It's time for me to.
No open wounds. Okay. Let me bless you.
Is she gonna swim over? No.
The plan.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh. Someone wanted to go swimming. I don't know that the water's warm enough for me to go swimming.
I'm going off the bow here. Correct?
Oh my gosh.
Going off the bow?
I'm getting out of the way of this.
Off the
All
deck.
right, I'm gonna get up on top so you guys have a better view of this.
And we've got some action happening here on the live
Yeah.
feed.
Not sure this is OSHA approved.
What Jim tells me to do. Get up on the cabin, talk to the step here.
Why don't we?
Absolutely.
Okay, why don't we drop the water in? We motor forward, they use a boat hook, and then once they have the line, we give them the line. They give us all back at Bahia Santa Maria.
You ready? I'm doing this. Wait.
We've got some problem solving happening out here.
I had the more conservative trip. There's a different plan in place.
No, I'm not doing this.
This is Mitch, a veteran of Latitude 38, that is doing this. Not quite sure how this might be the last you see of Mitch. So
I hope not.
Go. Oh boy.
the t-shirt's
pulling
there
for
for.
you, Mitch.
Oh, there he goes.
Whoa!
He didn't come up gasping. That's good.
Donna, turn the engines off. Or turn the starboard engine off. I'm going over here?
Yes.
Starboard engine off.
What are you doing? I'll lower that. I'll wait till it gets over. I'm gonna pull you to the bottom.
We don't do this for just everybody, by the way. But
Yeah,
today we are.
today you are. You coming to the rescue. You're taking us along.
Okay, don't worry.
It's whose 50th birthday?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Oh, it's her 50th birthday.
Oh, very cool. Happy birthday. What's her name?
What's your name? Yulia.
Yulia. Happy birthday,
From-
Yulia.
From Ebenezer.
From
50th
Ebenezer.
birthday. She's not only getting water, she's getting a show very similar to the Cliff Divers of Acapulco.
Well, what a special show for you guys to put on for her. That's amazing.
Yeah. There's
What's the water temperature?
Now I'm going with you guys, right?
yeah.
He quite
You should have asked that before you jumped in.
Swimming. Mitch,
Now the negotiations start.
why are you waiting, Mitch?
Mitch, come
Wrong
on.
way, this way.
Well, he's having a hard time.
No, you don't.
No, they give us to us at Bahia Santa Maria.
You're all done, Mitch.
I don't think we're gonna get Mitch out of the water. I think he likes it.
Between water and beer and vodka.
Let's do it. Make sure
Maybe
they,
go forward a little bit. He's having a hard time. He hasn't even tried yet, has he? Yes. Thank you.
Gosh. This
Have a
is so
safe
great.
trip.
I'm a bump it ahead.
We're the ghost of Baja Pass. Starboard.
If you're just jumping on, we've got Profligate
Mitch, that side.
delivering water to Ebenezer.
That side, you.
They had a critical water issue.
Yeah, we're about 20 miles south of Turtle Bay, is my guess.
Okay.
Nicki could probably look it up and give me more accurate.
Yeah, I could
Tracking.
look up the tracker, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to
Can you
figure
guys
out
back
the
Okay. We have to get them over to the port side of the boat. We're running the starboard engine. We don't really want to.
Okay. No.
Really don't want to make this a dramatic situation.
No, not at all. For anyone who wants to track the fleet as well, if you go to the Baja Ha-Ha website, the tracking link is right on the homepage. It's very easy to find.
Yeah, and I think it's Predict Wind tracking site, and it's about half the boats are on it, or 30 boats or something. I can't remember.
I'm good, real good.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good sign for what the water temperature will be, and when we get to Bahia Santa Maria, if he can be in the water here.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's right on the side here. Okay. Ask Ebenezer to get out of the way, please.
You want to live?
They're doing that. They're back
Okay.
now.
He's okay.
Okay.
We getting video of this swimming action?
We're
here?
going live. It'll be
We
on
got it
Facebook.
live. It's on Facebook.
You want to live, Mitch, or no?
There's the Poobah under in command center.
Of a mystery figure.
Hey, you too. He may have a hard time getting up there.
All right, Mitch, you did it.
Well, I'm not on board yet.
No, I know. It's not easy
Extra
getting aboard.
sashimi for Mitch.
Right? He earned
What's the
it.
water
He did.
temperature?
He earned it.
Cold.
Oh, he said the water is cold. That might be an excuse for what we're about to see, but.
Let's all give Mitch a hand.
Hey!
Let's all give Mitch a hand.
He's got to throw a leg up. He just got to get his leg up.
We'll get.
If we lost him.
We'll just get him on board and.
There's a gap here on the back deck.
Yeah, get the gap.
There we go. He's aboard.
All right.
Bravo. All right. Well, nice work, you guys.
Well,
That's the biggest action of the day. You got the most exciting thing of the day for us.
If we had just thrown a whale in there and maybe
Exactly.
catching
I'm
a
still.
tuna, it would have just sent it over the edge.
I'm still looking for the whale. It's
Seal right there.
can't get it. We do have a sea lion right here. It's following Ebenezer now. That's how calm it is. You can spot these guys a mile away right now.
That's amazing. Do you have any other boats in the fleet visible on the horizon?
Yeah, we have. Let me go over to the starboard here. Most of the fleet is back here, and you probably can't see them because they're even small for me.
Yeah.
There's probably 15 or 20 boats there. We have
Okay.
2 boats outside us here. One's only about a quarter mile away. The other one's a mile. And
Okay.
then we have 2 that are about 2 miles right here. And then Ebenezer, obviously. And then there's somebody sneaking up the shore here, one of the non-comprende division, the power boats over here.
Oh.
Yeah.
How many no comprende division? That's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many power boats are doing the Ha-Ha this
I
year?
think there's 5. It's like
Okay.
with the biggest amount of power boats. See, that power boat right there is part of our group too. They've stopped several times catching fish right in front of us, just to kind of flaunt that they're catching fish.
Okay.
And but yeah, they got on the radio this morning. They go, "Oh, it's absolutely perfect. Sorry for all you guys, but this is perfect for us because it's so calm out here."
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I'm sure. That's interesting though. Yeah, I saw them leaving, in San Diego, and it seemed like there was a big fleet. So I was curious
Yeah.
the exact number.
Yeah, we got
Awesome.
some of the biggest boats and got more power boats this year, and definitely probably the most amount of families I think that we've ever had.
That's awesome. Well, it's good. We just love see people doing it. Do you have any idea how many boats are taking off to start cruising and how many are bashing back?
I don't know right now, but generally it's there's only about maybe 10% of the boats bash back right away.
Yeah.
And then another 30% stay down for a month or two, then bash back, and then the rest generally stay down for at least a year. And then about 20 to 25% of them take off and do the South Pacific, do the puddle jump and go through French Polynesia and on.
Awesome. Well, we will be excited to, read in changes in Latitude 38, where everyone heads off to. And I appreciate you bringing us along today on this exciting, sort of unexpected adventure.
Yes.
Anything else to share today?
I don't think so. I think we've got it fairly well covered. I just double checking that I'm not seeing a whale on the horizon for you guys, but
That would be awesome.
I see a big shiny thing, but can't tell if that's a whale. Nope, no whales. So I guess we'll hope for a whale tomorrow.
We'll hope for a whale tomorrow. We'll hope you catch a fish between now and then.
That's right.
Hopefully we have some good news on the roll call tomorrow morning. So for anyone who's still with us, we appreciate it. We are live streaming daily aboard Profligate for the 30th Baja Ha-Ha. And we hope you join us again. We're going to continue to do this throughout the rally. And our live streams will be posted as events on our Facebook page. So go ahead and check that out. And thanks again, Chuck from Ullman Sales for moderating and taking us along for the ride.
Excellent.
You know, there was 3 steep crosswinds.
Awesome. All right, we're going to end the stream now.
Sitting there like this.
Chuck, you want to hang on
See
for a second?
Yep.
All right.
See you guys
Thanks,
all tomorrow.
everyone. Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Bye.